Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're constantly bombarded on social media with flashy images, luxury cars, designer bags, 5-star vacations, and captions like, "Living my best life." Most people look at that and think, that's what being rich looks like. But here's the harsh truth. A lot of people who look rich are actually drowning in debt. While the truly wealthy are usually extremely quiet about it. They don't need to show off. They don't need validation. They don't care about likes or comments. So how can you tell if someone is secretly building massive wealth, even if their lifestyle looks completely ordinary? In today's video, I'm going to reveal 5 hidden psychological and behavioral signs that prove someone is quietly getting rich. These aren't just tips. They're real principles that self-made millionaires and billionaires actually live by. I'll also include real-world examples from well-known figures to make it crystal clear. Understanding these 5 signs could be the wake-up call you need to completely change how you think about and handle money. Let's dive in. They rise above financial problems. The first and most important sign is their mindset during tough times. Most people live in fear. They panic when the market crashes, when they lose a job, or when bills pile up. They react emotionally, like a pre-programmed machine. Truly wealthy people operate differently. Their mantra is, "I create my own life." They don't see problems as destiny. They see them as problems to solve. They stay remarkably calm even when everyone around them is losing their minds. A perfect example is Warren Buffett. No matter how wildly the stock market swings, he stays composed. He doesn't panic sell. Instead, he sees fear in the market as an opportunity to buy great companies at bargain prices. He famously said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." When someone can control their emotions around money, resist consumer temptations, and take 100% responsibility for their current situation, that's when you know they've risen above the financial game. They prioritize use value over social proof. People who are quietly getting rich have an incredibly strong filter against peer pressure. They understand the psychological principle of social proof, how most people buy things they don't need just to impress others. That's why they'll choose a reliable, practical car over a flashy luxury one that requires years of payments. They'll live in a comfortable but modest home instead of stretching to buy a mansion just to look successful. Take Warren Buffett again. He still lives in the same house he bought back in 1958 for just $31.500, even though his net worth is hundreds of billions. He doesn't own yachts or luxury cars. He once said most toys just create more trouble. Another great example is Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA. Despite building a multi-billion-dollar empire, he drove an old Volvo, shopped at flea markets, and lived extremely frugally until the end of his life. They're willing to live simply today so they can enjoy true financial freedom tomorrow. Their silence isn't poverty, it's strategy. They focus on net worth and passive income. Most people obsess over their monthly salary. Quietly wealthy people focus on net worth and passive income streams. They know that trading time for money has a hard ceiling. So they build money machines, investments in stocks, rental properties, automated businesses, and other assets that generate cash flow even while they sleep. A clear example is Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He constantly teaches, the rich don't work for money, they make their money work for them. He built his wealth through real estate that produces ongoing rental income rather than just chasing a high paycheck. You'll often notice these people talk about compound interest, cash flowing assets, and long-term wealth building instead of bragging about their salary or job title. Every dollar they earn has to become a hard-working employee for them. They never stop learning and upgrading their mental software. Your rate of wealth accumulation will never exceed your rate of personal growth. Quietly wealthy individuals dedicate a huge amount of their free time to learning instead of mindless entertainment. They read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, and constantly upgrade their knowledge in investing, business, and risk management. A classic example is Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's longtime business partner. He was famous for reading hundreds of pages every single day and often said, "Knowledge is the only thing that compounds without inflation." He maintained a student mindset his entire life, no matter how wealthy he became. Another great one is Bill Gates, who reads about 50 books a year and publicly shares his reading list. He believes that investing in your mind gives the highest return on investment in the world. They never think they know it all. They stay humble and curious because knowledge is the best protection against inflation and economic crises. They automatically pay themselves first. This is one of the most powerful habits of self-made millionaires. As soon as money comes in, before paying any bills, they automatically set aside a fixed percentage, usually 10% to 30%, and move it straight into investments or savings. A prime example is the habit practiced by Warren Buffett and countless quiet millionaires across America. They live below their means and automatically transfer money to investments the moment their income hits their account. This forces them to be more disciplined and creative with whatever is left. Many self-made millionaires credit this simple rule for their success, because compound interest then works its magic over decades. Their modest lifestyle isn't a sacrifice, it's a smart trade-off for absolute financial freedom in the future. Hey everyone! At the end of the day, money is really just a scorecard for our level of awareness and discipline in life. These 5 silent signs I shared today, backed by real examples from Warren Buffett, Ingvar Kamprad, Charlie Munger, and others, may not create instant viral moments. But they are the strongest foundation for building lasting, genuine wealth. Today, I want to invite you to ask yourself one honest question. Am I trying to look rich in other people's eyes? Or am I quietly building real financial freedom for myself and my family? Real change doesn't start with how much money you have right now. It starts with how you think about money and how you act on it. If you're ready to let go of old habits and upgrade your financial blueprint, then this moment is the perfect time to begin. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If this video gave you at least one valuable insight, please do me a quick favor, hit the like button. Share this with someone who needs a mindset shift about money. And subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss future videos. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 signs do you find the hardest to practice? Or which one are you already doing well? Drop the number in the comments below. I read and reply to as many as possible. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and I wish you real wealth and true freedom. See you in the next video.